Hello, my name is Matthew Dykstra. I am the Field Station Manager at Cedar Creek Institute, and I'll be sharing a little bit about the Institute and some of the opportunities that take place here. The goal of this presentation is to introduce you to the organization and the area around it. For more information on the specific programs, I suggest you look at a couple of the other presentations that we have put together for that. A little bit about Cedar Creek Institute. We are a nature center and nature preserve, and we also function as a field station. Field stations are organizations that serve as both an educational classroom as well as a laboratory for colleges and universities. And so students can come out here and use this as use both the natural areas and some of our facilities as a place to learn about the natural world. The property itself is about 850 acres. It's very diverse, and we'll take a brief tour of some of the areas around the Institute. And it's free and open to the public, and so you are welcome to come and visit, whether you participate in any of our programs or not, to come and hike the trails and check this place out. Our mission is to inspire the appreciation and stewardship of our environment. Cedar Creek Institute is named in part for the Pierce family, who provided an endowment which helps to fund the Institute and our programs. Cedar Creek Institute is located in the middle of Berry County. Berry County is kind of fits in between the area of Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Lansing, and Battle Creek. And so we're about an hour from Grand Rapids, about 45 minutes from Kalamazoo, and hour plus from Lansing, and just about 20 to 30 minutes from Battle Creek. It's a beautiful area. And Cedar Creek Institute, again, mentioned that it's named for the Pierce family, but it's also named for Cedar Creek, which is a stream that flows both through and along the property border of the Institute. We have about 1.5 miles of stream. Cedar Creek is in part named for the cedar swamps that are located around that stream. These are particularly unique in this part of the state. They are very common up north, these cedar swamps, but relatively rare here. And it's actually driven by some of our local geology, and particularly the groundwater, cold groundwater that we have that helps to maintain an environment conducive to these particular systems. The property itself again, has a wide variety of ecosystems. We have extensive areas, forested areas. Some of these are more mature stands with some significantly large and older trees, but we also have a lot of secondary growth trees. And so you can see an example of one of our more mature forests here. This is like a Music Southern type forest. We also have some areas, one particular area that's considered very, very high quality remnant of that particular system that flows or is found near this glacial ravine on the property. Again, we have some drier systems as well, so some more oak systems. But within some of those forested systems, we do have isolated wetlands that serve as important refugia for different types of herps, particularly salamanders and other critters like that. In addition to those forested systems, we have extensive wetlands. I already mentioned some of the cedar swamps, but we have a lot of open wetlands as well that include things like prairie fen, wet meadow, and other kind of wetlands like that. Our wetlands are among the most diverse and important intact ecosystems that we have on the property. In addition to those wetlands, we have 2 lakes that are entirely on the property. One is natural and one is man-made. And what you're seeing here is an image of Brewster Lake, the natural lake that is found on the property. Both of them are relatively small, around 13 to 15 acres, but they serve as an important reference area and are minimally developed. We also have some old fields and planted prairies on the property. So many of these are managed with things like prescribed fire. And so occasionally, if you get here on the right day, you may actually be able to kind of see the Institute staff burning both the fire and woodlands, sometimes occasionally wetlands, to help maintain these natural areas. So fire is an important part of these uh, disturbance on these ecosystems here in Michigan. So in addition to these habitats or ecosystems, we also have a lot of unique wildlife. So one of the unique species that we have is this. This is the eastern Massasauga rattlesnake. This is an endangered species, and we've uh, been monitoring this population here at the Institute for really since the beginning of the organization. And so we're really happy to serve as an important uh, refuge for this particular species. We've been conducting research on eastern box turtles for about 5 or 6 years now. And so this is another important species to us, trying to help protect rare, endangered, and threatened species at the Institute. In addition to that, we have a lot of other wildlife, birds like the Cerulean warbler. This is an American mink. So things that you may see, may not see as often at the Institute. Sometimes even relatively common things like this common yellow throat. So, brief tour of the Institute. So, what about the programs? So, first off, we offer our programs to organizations, colleges, and universities that are members of our Field Station Consortium. So, we have a list here that you can see on this slide. There's also a list on our website, so you can kind of refer back to that list. You are welcome to come out and do research and do work at the Institute, even if you're not a consortium member. However, we may not be able to provide funding for that. Our funding programs are only for students from these colleges and universities. So for 2024, we have three programs. We have the Environmental Research Grant, we have the Natural Resource Fellowships, and we have Creative Art Fellowships. So those are the three programs that we'll be offering. There are two presentations that will kind of provide more detail about these. One that covers the Environment Research Grant and Natural Resource Fellowships, and another one that provides more information on the Creative Arts Fellowships. For more information, I strongly suggest you go to our website, cedarcreekinstitute.org. If you look at the website under the work button right up here, you'll get more information about research. Otherwise, you can go directly to this website and get more information. Thank you.